plan to dismantle Obamacare. Can this one pass? Let's discuss with Republican Congressman Sean Duffy. Good morning, Congressman.
Good morning, Allison.
Do you like this new revised plan?
Listen, I think I like any plan the Senate can pass. They need to get a product that you can get, moderates and conservatives in the Senate to get behind. And so I think they're making good progress. I think Mitch is pushing them hard. I think a lot of senators went home over the 4th of July break, and they got an earful from their constituents that Obamacare is failing them. Prices are skyrocketing, deductibles are increasing, and they need to fix it. And
but
they need to come to a compromise.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but is that the earful that they got? Or, I mean, because a lot of the video that we've seen of the earful that they get is people saying, do not cut Medicaid by $772 billion over the next 10 years. I rely on it, or we need more help for opioid abuse than what we see in here.
Well, I think you've seen the left, who loves Obamacare. They've been giving pressure to the House and the Senate for the last, 6 months. But the right has been somewhat silent. But when they went home, the right has reared its head and said, hey, listen, I've let you do your work. I've stood pat. I've supported you. But if you don't get this done, we're going to, as your supporters, we're going to go ballistic on you. I mean, so they haven't heard from this side of the political aisle in the debate until they went home. And when Republicans, conservatives and even independents who are getting hurt by the health care law, Obamacare, they're mad, and they're letting their now Republican senator know about it. So
you think, just so that I'm clear, that the town halls that your colleagues are confronting when they go home, that their constituents are mostly saying, come on, you've got to repeal Obamacare. That's what people are saying to them mostly?
What I'm saying is you have a couple of constituencies. You have Democrats, you have liberals who have been coming to town halls for months. That's not changed. Republicans have not been engaged because they thought the House and the Senate would get a health care bill done. When Republicans thought that the Senate may not act, now they're engaging and they're reaching out to their senators, and now they're also letting their opinions be known that no action is unacceptable in health care.
Okay. So let's just dive in, you and I, for a moment, in terms of the details that we know so that you can tell me if you are comfortable with all of these. Here are the proposed changes to the bill. Option for a cheaper with fewer benefits. We know that that's what Republicans have been pushing for a long time. Why pay for benefits that you may not ever use? So that's in there. HSA payment allowance on premiums, meaning you have more of control over your own health savings accounts. Here's the $45 billion for substance abuse opioid treatment. Then no changes to Medicaid from the previous bill. That's what I referred to of the $772 billion cuts over the next 10 years, and then no repeal on Obamacare taxes on the wealthy. Are you comfortable with all these things?
So first off, what I want, Allison, is I want people to be able to pick a plan that works for them and the risks that they face in their life, and to find a plan that fits their budget, a plan that they can afford. And right now, in my home state of Wisconsin, you might have an Obamacare gold or silver plan, and it might have a whole array of coverages that are just absolutely wonderful, but you can't afford it. Or if you can afford it, the deductible is so high, you can never use it. So I want to make sure that we can still offer those plans. This is the Cruz Amendment. We can offer still those plans to the American people or to Wisconsinites, but we can also have insurance companies offer other plans that fit my budget and fit my risks that I face in my life. And I think that's a good thing. And I think to be able to save in a health savings account for health care risks in the future is a good thing as well.
And just very quickly, but the $45 billion, that's a sticking point for the substance abuse. Do you think that's enough?
Listen, at this point, I think it is. As we get into trying to wrap our hands around our opioid abuses across the country, which is ravaging my own district as well in my state, like many other places in the country, if it's not enough, the Congress will act to give more. This is not an issue that's Republican or Democrat. This is just crushing communities and families. So if we go with $45 billion and we need more, I think the Congress is going to act to give more money to address this crisis.
Okay, because, governors say that they're going to need more.
Yeah, but again, the Congress is going to act, and again, if we go through this money and we need more money, this doesn't affect just Democrats, it affects everybody, and I think more money will flow.
Okay, we haven't gotten your take yet on the Don Jr. meeting with the Russian lawyer, now that we've seen the emails. How do you characterize what happened here?
I got to say, I don't have an issue with it. So let me take a step back, Allison. In politics, if I meet with, whether it's a citizen or a non-citizen, and they give me information or an idea or talk about policy, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a crime. And so to have a potential meeting where this source might give you evidence that the DNC was taking money from Russia or that Hillary Clinton was committing a crime. And then once you find out that this is a bogus meeting and after 20 minutes you kick him out of the office, I have no problem with what Don Jr. did. And I don't think any prosecutor would either.
So the fact that it was a hostile foreign power, does that change it for you?
What is a hostile foreign power? What does that mean? So do we say you can take information from non-hostile foreign powers? I remember looking at Barack Obama when he said to Mitt Romney, the 1980s want their foreign policy back, basically showing love to the Russians, or Hillary Clinton with their little red reset button.
Right, but
the ones who have loved the Russians have been the Democrats. And to now say when Obama was there, they were great friends of ours, but now that Trump's there, they're a hostile state. First of all, I agree. They're no friend of the U.S. I want to be clear on that. But I think as we report this,
yeah. But I mean, to follow your logic, they're no friend to the U.S. So meeting with them as somebody who sends an email saying that this is from the highest level of government, that's okay?
So my question is, what are they trying to do? Is if this is information about money that went to the DNC from Russians, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you know that Don Jr. was looking for dirt on Hillary Clinton. That's what the emails say. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah. So if Hillary Clinton has done something wrong, if she's committed a crime, or if there was information that you were going to get about what Bill Clinton did with the Russians in greasing the skids for uranium-1 when Hillary Clinton was the Secretary of State.
Yep.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't care where that comes from.
So you trust the Russians? You would trust the Russians to give you that information in a meeting?
What I would say, Allison, is if I got that information, I can then I can run it down within my team. I can report it to the FBI. There's a number of different things that I could do with that information. But I have no problem with a meeting that basically turned into nothing. You have to recognize Don Jr. had a 20-minute meeting.
No,
he said, this woman's crazy. Get the hell out of here.
I mean, if we believe his account, obviously he has a few credibility issues given that his story has changed, but if we believe his account, it turned into nothing. So you're saying you would, if you got an email saying this comes from the highest level of the Russian government, we have some information for you, you would take that meeting before you called the FBI? So
first of all, I want to, there's two distinctions. One there is politics and legality. I think politically, I would go, well, you know what? I might have someone else take that meeting. I might not take that meeting myself, but I might still want the information. You have a family, the Trumps, who have been wildly involved in business in New York, but these aren't politicos. These are people who have not been involved in politics, and I think you've seen through the course of their campaign, there's been some political stumbles.
So it was
this would probably be one of them. Yeah, but I don't think it's a bad act on the part of Donald Jr. At all.
Okay.
In my view.
Thank you. We appreciate your view,
Hey,
Congressman Sean
Duffy.
Allison. Thanks so
much.
Have a good weekend. John.